safer banking? What do you make of this new?
I think this new section. It's not so much a new. It's some new language in the other section, the section 10 piece. I think it's fine.
It got an R. It got an R on safer.
Yeah, actually, I like the name better too. But I think it's a good R. Yeah, I think it's a good R.
Why is that?
Well, it's clearer on what the regulators can't do as it relates to discrimination, as it relates to ESG as a non-dispositive, reputational risk not being not dispositive in the decision to lend. So I think it clears up. It gets a little bit more wordy than it needs to be, and I'd like to see that clarified a little bit. But that said, I think it adds value to the bill, and it certainly adds Republicans to it.
Because some of that non-clarified language could trip up.
That's exactly right. Industry investment likes certainty, and anytime that there's too much authority either given or implied to a bureaucracy, the more uncomfortable it is for people that invest in these businesses. So yeah, I'd like to get that. But that said, it's a better bill than it was.
Why is that? Which side gave?
Well, that's the beauty of that's the beauty of good sausage making, is that it's a transaction that involves people on both sides, and I think anybody is super offended by the marijuana side of it. Probably this isn't quite enough, but for people who are sort of close or toward the middle or on the fence, I think it helps a lot.
Yeah.
As for me, one of the things, and you know this about me, you all know this about me, I'm not hiding the safe part of it by focusing on the other part of it. I'm for both. Yeah. So I'm one of those. And I just as soon be transparent about that, because North Dakota is a state that has legalized medicinal marijuana. So I do have that industry in my state, and I do have banks and credit unions who would like to at least provide them a checking account, and I'd like them to have a checking account.
Have you visited any of the dispensaries?
I've not. No.
Come over to my crib. I'm growing 4 plants here.
Oh yeah. No, that's fine.
Hey, I invited Elizabeth Warren over to come and taste it. Try it for the first time.
Did you? Yeah. How'd it go? How'd it go?
She didn't say no.
There you go.
She laughed awkwardly.
I bet she did. That's her way. Anyway, all of that said, I'm good with both sides of it. I do think. I mean, obviously politically, it's a easier sell.
Yeah.
The way it is, and I actually think it's one of the better examples in recent times of a transactional deal, right? That where common ground was found and compromise filled in.
You did. The leaders, the ranking members, were active. Because I know Toomey didn't care about it. Crapo was mad. Disdains. Better.
Well, remember last time that we took it up, Corey Gardner was the champion on our side. I declined that position.
Wise man. You still had
well,
your seat.
we see what it did for Corey. Obviously, our states are different, but I have been a pretty strong champion of it. I just think it makes sense. I hate the idea of it of North Dakota legalizing it for recreational and that kind of thing, which they haven't done. But other states will, and I've been pretty clear about that. But at this point, safe is better than not safe.
You're like the progressives agreeing to sort of like duke it out on the floor over amendments, because they want to add things to it. But
the thing about
it's not coming to the floor as a fait accompli. It's coming to the floor of like, good luck.
I would say this: it's coming to the floor in the best possible forum for passage that it will be, and it's hard for me to imagine. It's not like we just woke up yesterday and put this thing together.
Right.
So it's coming to the floor in as good a shape as it can be to pass, and too much goalpost moving will be its demise.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if an amendment actually happens, because there was the gun one, and then there's the other one that Berkeley wants, and those could get close to 60.
Wait, does the Hunter Biden stuff complicated it all? Because drug use and guns licenses?
Yeah, I thought about that. When I saw that, I was like,
I'll leave that to your House colleagues to figure out.
Well, that's right. I'll leave it up to them.
Did you ask Zelensky any questions, by the way? Or
Did I what?
Did you ask Zelensky any questions?
Thank you, sir.
I didn't even go. I had a speech at the. Thank you.